Today, I would like to draw your attention on article in today's Financial Express uh, that is related to Sensex and stock market, written by Saurav Anand, New Delhi, March 9. In this, Sensex shows 77,566.16, Nifty 24,028.05, and some other. What I mean to say in this article, our finance minister says limited impact on inflation till now. The impact of higher oil prices triggered by the US Iran war on domestic rate has not been substantial so far, as inflation is near the lower bound of the target, Financial Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said on Monday. According to Reserve Bank of India Monetary Policy Report released in October 2025, if crude oil prices rise by 10% above the baseline assumption and are fully passed on the domestic consumers, inflation could rise by about 30 basic points, the finance minister said in a written reply to the Lok Sabha. However, the actual effect depends on several variables, she added. Whereas, according to Saurav, global crude oil prices climbed to nearly $120 per barrel early on Monday, the highest level in about 4 years before easing of $103, as the expanding US-Israel war with Iran heightened fears of supply disruption through the Strait of Hormuz. Jaldamru, a key route of crude shipments to major imports including India, even as the domestic stock market turned volatile with benchmark Sensex and Nifty slipping more than 3% during intraday trade before recovering the close 1.7% down. Government sources said India has no immediate plan to raise retail price of petrol and diesel, citing comfortable fuel stocks. Wall Street main indexes also took a hit, dropping over 1%, exacerbating inflation fears as the hostiles enter their 10th day. International benchmark Brent crude briefly touched $119.50 per barrel, marking a 45-month high, while US West Texas Intermediate WTI also climbed to $119 during intraday trading, Brent futures were up 8.77 or 9.46% at 101.46 per barrel during the day, while WTI futures gained 7.92 or 8.71% to 98.82%. Trump to review option to curb energy price spikes. US President Donald Trump is expected to review a set of options to tame oil prices to people familiar with the matter told returns the effort reflects while houses worries that the surge in oil prices will hurt US business and consumers ahead of the November midterm election when Trump's fellow Republicans are hoping to retain control of Congress. US officials in Washington have been discussing with counterparts from G7 major economies a possible joint release of crude oil from strategic rivers as one of several measures currently under discussion, the sports Act. Other options include restrictions US exports, intervention in oil future market, waiving some federal taxes and lifting requirements under a US law called the Jones Act. So this article shows that Sensex since sink re at record low. So the war is not good. Brent crude price shows as US dollar, US Iran war range on enough stock, says government. So this is the article's brief. Thank you.